Not much really. I think there's a lot of lazy journalism. I think once somebody says one thing, it gets repeated a lot. I'm not a big fan of Pink Floyd, never have been, so I think it's, I think the music press likes to kind of bag music up, you know, throw everything into a simple bag so people understand it. You know, like psychedelia, R&B, Britpop, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I think that those kind of labels are too small for a lot of the bands. That I think we kind of go right across the board. I don't think it's, I don't know how to answer that anymore with. I'm not a big fan of Pink Floyd, so I don't really know. I don't even know that I know them that well. I don't see that we have much in common with a lot of contemporary English music. I think a lot of music these days is made by using other people's blueprints. Like people understand the mathematics of music, but they don't understand the soul of music. So I guess an example would be for every band like Nirvana, you get 150 kind of dilutions of Nirvana's ideas. They don't pursue that, they don't take that any further, they just kind of dilute the source each time. And I think a lot of English music is like that as well. That for every kind of innovative sound that's trying to push the boundaries, trying to take music to the edge, you get a lot of people just replicating it, like blindly replicating the sound, but to no kind of, there's no real soul in it. They kind of, it's like you understand where to place the dots, you understand where to put the musical notes, but that's as far as it goes. So. That's the kind of original idea. We did the CN in Toronto, which was the highest show on earth. We wanted to officially be able to bill a show, you know, on the posters as the highest show on earth. The World Trade Center was a kind of, we were invited to do that. That wasn't part of our plan. And somebody in Norway got hold of the idea and wants to do the highest planetary show. So it's kind of, it's about 300 miles inside the Arctic Circle, and we're doing that this year, at the end of this year, with the Northern Lights as the backdrop to the show. The idea behind, the whole idea behind making them is we're putting together a feature film for the album, and I kind of dislike the way that people are spending huge amounts of money on promotional videos. So we bought a lot of film stock, we bought a lot of cameras, and started to put together our own films. I think electricity cost about £3,000 to make, and it was all shot by us. So the idea being that eventually there'll be a movie, Ladies and Gentlemen, of Floating in Space. That can go, that is as a full movie, like the album becomes the soundtrack to the film. We're releasing a live recording from the Royal Albert Hall in England, which is a show we did with a choir, string section and horn section. It was a big production. And I guess sometime in the middle of next year we'll be releasing another studio album. And in the meantime we've done some more sessions with Dr. John, which is going to be released on his record, which is, I think, it's going to be released around July this year. Not really. I like travelling. I like being able to do what we do. And I mean, it's not just travelling, it's being able to play live as well, which is, like I said, it's why we set this band up, was to be a live band. You can do anything in a studio. You have the time and resource to achieve anything you want to achieve. Live, you have to do it within an hour or an hour and a half immediately. And there's a real kind of dynamic and electricity that comes from doing that. So it constantly changes, it's always exciting. So I don't find that. I really enjoy, like I say, I enjoy traveling, I enjoy touring, but I don't just like the major cities. Like in America, I don't just like the east and the west coast. I like the whole of America. I like everything in between. So, and the same in Europe. we've been trying to set up tours where we play more dates within each country. We only make the records to enable us to play live. It's the only way to be able to do live there.